I'm gonna F her, I'm gonna F her right now, I'm gonna do her right now inside her pants. He wasn't doing OF or anything like that.
The Not So Lackadaisical Podcast.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the Not So Lackadaisical Podcast. If you guys are new here, I'm Nella. Okay, that was embarrassing. And today we are going to be talking about the new video that McKinley and Camila just dropped, exposing Jack Doherty for all his freaking schemes that he does. Like, that dude, I swear, always pisses me off. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I was just 10 minutes into this video and I was already like, girly, why didn't you run? Now, this is not just drama. This is literally manipulation, emotional abuse. This is freaking abuse and it's level. So, let's get into it. We gotta talk about who these two people are before you guys come at me and you guys are like, hey, why are you talking about the story if we don't even know who you're talking about? Okay, let me get into it. So Jack Doherty is basically like the social media influencer. He does stunts, tricks, you know, that's barely anything. But he builds most of his content by pushing boundaries he really should not be crossing. And he also like manages girls. Which I will get into that later, but he's basically like a social media influencer. He live streams like his entire life. It's basically open to the public and stuff. He's basically like your average 20-year-old, like, you know, when you're 20, you're out drinking, having fun, booze, girls. Your average 20-year-old who's, yeah, who acts like a teenager, you know, guy in heat or whatever, like a dog in heat. Okay, I don't know, that sounded weird, but okay. So McKinley, now I'm gonna talk about her before she met Jack. So before she met Jack, she was an influencer, like an Instagram model, you know, you name it. She wasn't doing OF or anything like that. So I'm not sure how it started, but so basically she was like, a friend or something called her and was like, hey, can you move to Florida or whatever, like stay with us for a couple weeks. And so she went there and they were just like staying there, and that's like how she kind of met Jack. And Jack and his friends, you know, he told his friends like, hey, there's a girl, McKinley, she's kind of cute, she's kind of, you know, hot, whatever. And like McKinley heard this, so, you know, they obviously, as people do, they started going out together. They started going to dinner, talking, clubs, yachts, you name it, the whole shabam. You know, they were living that life. But it's not as happy and glowy as you might think it seems, okay? Because Jack is not your normal guy, okay? This dude, whenever he went out with McKinley, he was always drunk. Like, whenever McKinley and Jack went out, they were always drunk. They were never sober. They would never have a sober conversation together. And McKinley always thought it was weird. Like, whenever he was sober and they were having a conversation, he would not know how to manage it. He would always be on his phone, which is like, okay, red flag, like. And she'd always think it like he's just shy. He doesn't know what to do without like that alcohol encouragement. Because you know, like when you have a couple drinks, you like have like all that confidence. You feel like you can do anything, whatever, you know. So yeah, without liquor, those days were plain boring and whatever. But yeah, McKinley was still hanging around with this dude, going on yachts, parties, you know, you name it, the whole shebang. But this honestly is not like what you should be doing like when you recently just turned 20. Okay, and like mind you, McKinley wasn't even 21 yet. I think she was about 20 and she was still doing all these stuff. Now Jack's drinking problem wasn't that bad, but then it started getting really bad. People were talking to McKinley, asking her like, hey, what's going on with this guy, like why is he drinking so much excessively? And McKinley's like, I don't know, I'm not sure why he's drinking so much, blah blah blah. Wait, this is not even things that make sense, but let me get into the nitty-gritty. So after like they've been talking for a while, now Jack's childhood friend comes to visit, and so they go out and have fun, and Jack gets completely drunk. Like, I'm telling you, like this dude, he's just I don't know what to say. McKinley, she's kind of drunk, but she's good enough that she takes them all home and blah blah blah. And so Jack and McKinley, they're sleeping in a room, and morning comes, or like some time comes, McKinley wakes up and she finds the childhood friend's hand inside her pants, and she's like screaming like, what is happening, blah 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 blah. And then she tries to wake up Jack. So let me tell you the position. Okay, so McKinley's in the middle, the childhood friend is right next to her, and Jack is right next to her. So she's kind of sandwiched in the middle. So she's like trying her best to wake up Jack, but Jack is so freaking drunk he cannot wake up. Finally, he wakes Jack up. And then this friend is like, I'm not sure what is wrong with him, but he's like, I'm gonna F her right now, I'm gonna do her right now, blah 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 blah. And Jack, he's barely like getting up. And when he gets up, he manages to like pull like the childhood friend out, okay? And like while he's doing this, like the childhood friend is kind of like getting handsy with McKinley, like trying to hump her, and it's just so disgusting and it's so gross. Like I don't have that much details, I'm just like going off of what I saw in the video. But this was honestly disgusting and very disturbing. Eventually, like, you know, they were able to get him off, and so McKinley and Jack, you know, now I think Jack falls asleep afterwards or something happens, because he's just so drunk right now, like he's not functioning straight, like after they get their roommate out of the room. And McKinley's just like disgusted with herself, she doesn't know what to do. They go to sleep, or I'm not sure if they go to sleep again, but McKinley, like now it's like lunch or whatever, and like the entire day they do not talk about what happened. She assumes like Jack knows what happened, and then later on she goes and asks like, hey, what happened, like what is he doing, blah 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 blah. And he was like, wait, what happened? And then like McKinley tells her, and he's like, oh yeah, I do remember that. And then he leaves, and then we don't see the childhood friend ever again. And it's found out later that he cut ties with him. So when Jack does this, like McKinley's like, okay, maybe I can trust him, because like, you know, when something bad traumatic happens to you and somebody helps you, obviously subconsciously you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, that guy is there for me, he's caring, blah 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 blah. But don't trust it, guys. One good deed does not solidify bad things that happen. Now that is a good thing that Jack does in that moment, but this man, when I tell you he's filled with red flags, he is full of red flags. Because, okay, so one time McKinley was invited by a brand, like they flew her, they were like paying her to fly her over to Coachella so she can, you know, do things for the brand. And so she was telling Jack this because she was like, I did something on my own, I'm going to Coachella, like a brand is flying me out and everything. And Jack, he's just like, why do you have to go? Why can't you just stay here? And he's just trying his best to get McKinley to stay home and not go to the thing. And McKinley's like, hey, I want to go, blah, 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 blah. Eventually, McKinley ends up going. Like, everything is going good so far. And then when she comes back, she finds out. No, wait, let me not get there. So she comes back. And this one girl comes downstairs, a girl she has never met before, you know, comes down for breakfast, blah, blah, blah. And then later on, she finds out that Jack hooked up with a girl. Oh, wait, and get this. His excuse was, because the girl looked like you. Because the girl looked like you. Okay. First of all, the girl looked nothing like McKinley. Like, dude, are you that horny? Are you that desperate? Like, you can't go a few days. You can't go a few days without... No, I'm actually concerned. No, because, like, you're talking to a girl and you're sleeping with another. Like, no, like, I get it. It's nothing official. Like, that's what McKinley said. That was what McKinley said. She was like, oh, yeah, we're not official, so I'm not sure if I can get mad or anything. But, girlie, you're talking to this guy, and he's sleeping with you. Like, that should be your first sign to leave, to, like, dip. But, like, I get it. I understand. Okay, but get this. The day after, Jack decides to play a prank on McKinley guy. So he basically gets Camila, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing her name correctly. He tells her to get into this bed with her. Okay, Camila's wearing like this yellow bikini, like this really sexy bikini, because they're like at a yacht right now. And he's basically like telling her like, hey, let's pretend like we're sleeping together or whatever. And like when McKinley comes into this room, we just act lovey-dovey and then we tell her it's a prank right after. And like Camila's like, oh, cool, what fun. So they do it. McKinley comes to this room. And with no emotion whatsoever, she sees this and she just leaves. She doesn't care anymore. She's like, oh, okay. And Camila's like, hey, wait, it's a prank. And she's like, oh, no, it's fine. I get it. It's all right, blah, blah, blah.
I was supposed to see it and I was supposed to be like, oh, no, it's a prank. Mm-hmm. That was a real thing that happened, and me not knowing that a real situation like this happened
The day that you did it, yeah.
the same day.
The same
Well, it's so
day.
funny. Not funny. It's ironic.
With no emotion whatsoever. It's because like McKinley is used to this. She knows what type of guy this is, and she's like, cool, like why should I, waste my time with this guy? Which honestly, respect for that. Like, do not let a guy treat you like that. And do not waste your energy on a guy who's not gonna give you like the time or whatever. So I was proud on her for that. But when Camila saw this, she was like, what is going on? Like, I thought that was your girl. I thought you guys were cool. Like, if this was my man and there was a girl right there, we'd be throwing some hands. We'd be. Okay, I cannot make this funny, whatever, jokey, whatever. Which is honestly just so disgusting. It is so weird. Like, the day after you sleep with somebody, you were just gonna go on and be like, hey, I was cheating on you, a prank. Like, dude, you already did in real life. Like, what is there to prank? Like, this dude pisses me off. He pisses me off. And that's not when it gets worse. Okay, so, you know how I said McKinley was an influencer and she hadn't started doing OF yet? Okay, so she hadn't started doing OF yet. She actually was getting pressured a lot by like by Jack. Sorry, he's just not that important and I do not need to know his name. Okay, so Jack, he'd pressure her. He'd always be like, hey, you should do OF, blah, 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 blah. Like, if you're gonna be with me, you gotta support me some way. And by supporting me, you should be doing OF. And McKinley was always against this. She was like, no, I'm standing my own ground. I don't want to do OF. That's not the type of person I am. I don't want to be doing all these stuff. Like that is just not me. And I don't think I could live with myself like that. And at first, Jack is like, okay, that's fine, that's cool. But what she noticed was like, they've been talking for a while, nothing has happened. Like, Jack has never solidified the relationship. They've never been girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. They've just been talking. And the thing is, like, whenever, like, she would want a gift, Jack would always be like, I cannot get you gifts because it's like other people will look at it as weird. And she's just like, but you're talking to me. Like, that makes no sense. And then later, she finds out it's because like he like manages like so much girls' like their OF accounts, and like the contracts he gives them are so bad, but they're like all on NDA, so like they cannot speak about it at all. All the girls tell her is that like the deals are not worth it at all, like the worst contracts ever. So then she finds out it's because like he'd basically be spending their OF monies. Like, he's a steward. Like, and then there's just like a lot of pressure. People telling her like, Jack really has nothing to do with you if you're not doing OF or whatever. And like, out of guilt to support Jack, she's like, okay, fine, I'll do it. Or, I'm not sure what all of her true reasons were, but she was heavily like pressured into it. Like, she was forced into doing OF kind of. And so when like Jack found out she was gonna do it, he was like, great. He set up a contract, and like one of the clauses in the contract was like all of her social media's accounts would be all managed by Jack. And obviously McKinley felt some sort of way about this because first of all, she actually had like 500,000 like followers on her like on her Instagram or socials or whatever that she earned on her own. So she was like, I'm basically taking a huge portion of my own hard work and just giving it to someone. So she asked Jack about it, and he was like, oh wait, nah, it's fine, it doesn't really mean anything, we can always change it later. So McKinley signs on the dotted line, and after she did that, then Jack and her were actually called girlfriend and boyfriend. Like, that's when she noticed, like, him actually, like, introducing her, like, in his videos, being like, hey y'all, this is my girlfriend, whatever. And like, one time, like, they were in a restaurant and someone asked them, like, hey, are you guys girlfriend, boyfriend? And McKinley, like, looked at Jack, who was like, whatever, like, yeah, we are, blah, 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 blah. And it's just weird, because, like, one day, like, McKinley asked Jake, and she was like, hey, are we girlfriend and boyfriend? Like, what is this? And he said, nah, that's gay to ask you if you'd be my girlfriend. Like, that is gay, I would not do that. But, like, basically we are, so I guess I am gay for saying that. Which is so disrespectful, how you would demise a woman like that. That is disgusting. This dude is so immature. I'm not sure what other words to use, what other words I could use that would be appropriate. Because it's just, this dude pisses me off. He pisses me off. Okay, so, yeah, so their relationship, it's an interesting one. Like, the amount of emotional abuse, and I'll actually play some clips that I have found. Like, there was this one time where, like, Jake was, like, pissing her off, and, like, she said, F off. And it kind of sounded like she said, I want to F your, like, cameraman or whatever. Like, I want to F. And, like, and it was, like, her saying it to the camera. So people were all commenting saying, hey, Jake, she's cheating on... Jack, she's cheating on you. Like, your girlfriend is cheating on you. Like, what you gonna do? And Jack, he knows, like, this is not the truth. But he always... But, like... Everything is filmed, so he's always, like, going to her and being like, hey, like, what is wrong with you? Why would you say that? Like, why would you try to cheat on me with my cameraman or whatever? And, like, because his followers, they love him so much, they literally are always like, oh my, like, you know when you have followers and, like, they believe every word you say, every single word you say. So, like, his followers, they like, help him, they support him in whatever he does. So they're all also bullying and trashing McKinley, saying how she's a cheater and stuff. And then one day she was just so upset and she started crying, and then, like, one tear fell down into her boob, and Jack was like, hey, record this, look at that one tear that fell in her boob. And he was, like, bringing the camera over to her boob just to, like, show, like, the teardrop in her freaking boob. And it's so disgusting. And he was just, like, saying, baby, you're so sexy, baby, you're gorgeous, look how hot you are with that single teardrop.
Yo, it's going, her tears going right between her. Look at that. That was a hole in one. Is this one going to? Wait, let me aim it. Let me aim it. Oh, it's going down her. Two for two. Oh, I'm so sorry, but here, stop. You're so hot. Listen.
Which, it's just weird, cause, like, whenever McKinley would cry, he'd always be like, hey, you're gorgeous, you're so sexy, you're hot, blah, 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 which is disgusting, because you're basically saying you love it, like, when your girlfriend is crying, or, like, when your girlfriend is upset, or it's sad, and it's manipulative, it's toxic, and it's just inappropriate behavior. And I feel like that kind of sparks up for, like, a physical relationship in the end of it all. It hints more towards, like, what's it called again when you get hit? Like, domestic abuse. It's hinting at a relationship further down along the lines of, like, I just forgot what I just said. Domestic abuse. Like, domestic violence. Like, it is just, like, and it's the way he acts. Like, I remember just one particular event where McKinley was robbed, like, at gunpoint. And getting robbed at gunpoint is, like, one of the scariest things anyone could go through. It really, like, makes you think of life even more. So, this is how the story goes. So, they were basically going to, like, a takeover not takedown. We're not talking about K-pop demon hunters here, okay? Like, I know all of my K-pop demon hunter fans are always like, take down, take down, take down, take that down. Huntrix world to the level. Ah, so sweet. So okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna get to the story. Sorry, brain rot. I'm Gen Z. What can I say? That makes no sense. But basically, McKinley, she did not know what takeover was. Okay, she was like, it's probably gonna be like a club, like a party with DJs there, showing our hands, dancing to party in the USA, something like that. Okay, that's what McKinley taught. Sorry, I cannot pronounce my THs. That's what McKinley taught that takeover would be. But now, takeover is like these illegal parties where people get these vehicles, most of the time stolen vehicles, and they basically do these things like on the streets. They have illegal guns, illegal stuff, just a bunch of illegal stuff with them. So Jack and McKinley they had security guards, like 2 security guards with guns. Jack had a gun and a couple of friends, I believe, and they were in like this party bus that was totally conspicuous, you know, totally did not attract any attention whatsoever, with lights blaring out. And get this, Jack was live streaming the entire thing. So they go to the first place, okay, because like a takeover, this is what happens. So you basically just like start at one place and you leave once it gets really crazy or once the cops arrive. But the thing is this, like takeover, there's like humongous groups. So the cops can't really do anything but like just go to the place and like wave their lights, because like these groups are big and they have so much illegal stuff. They have illegal guns, drugs, you know, all that fancy schmancy thingies. So they keep moving from place to place to place. And by the 3rd place, McKinley was like, hey, I don't have a good feeling about this. I think I just want to stay or whatever. Like, can we go, whatever. But they all were like, hey, no, we want to party. We want to dance. We just want to party, whatever. So McKinley was like, I'll just stay in the car. So they gave her the keys and stuff. And so she was staying in the car. And then all of a sudden she saw these 2 guys with shiesties on. I think that's how it's pronounced. And she was just like, wow, there's like lots of lights here. Let me just turn it off and hide, because like I don't want to attract too much attention. Like I'm hearing gunshots from left to right. Like this is not safe. So she turns off the lights and she just hides like in the car or whatever. And then all of a sudden like the door opens. And she's like, wait, are they back or something? She gets up and she makes eye contact with this man who she has never seen before. It's not the man with the shiesties or whatever, okay? And she sees this man has like a surgical mask. He has a gun and a bag. And she's hoping she scared him off when she came into the car. But this is a party bus, right? You can fully stand up. So this man, he lunges over at her and he's like running towards her and she's just like, oh my gosh, this is where I'm gonna die. Okay, takeover. So obviously McKinley thought like it was gonna be a party or whatever, so she dressed up. She was wearing all of her fancy jewelry, all the jewelry she owned. And like this guy, she was just like, take whatever you want, please take. Like, I have a purse, I'll give you all the money I have. Please, just do not do anything to me, blah blah blah. And this girl pleading for her life, but she couldn't find her purse. Her purse was nowhere to be found. And you'd say, hey, just take off your jewelry, whatever. Well, she was wearing a hoodie. She completely forgot she even had jewelry on. And she was just looking for her purse, and the guy was like, dude, effing find your purse right now. I need your purse, whatever. And finally, she finds the purse, he takes it, and he dips. And like, McKinley is crying. She's breaking down, because it's like, life threatening, like someone just threatened your life. Like that man, he could have easily just been like, you know what, F this, let me just like he could have just ended her life there, which is terrifying. So immediately, like, or I don't know if she paused a second or whatever, it's not my story, it's her story, I'm just saying what she said. But she calls Jack. He does not answer, and she's just crying, whatever. She's just crying and breaking down because this is traumatic. She was just robbed at gunpoint. Like, anyone would act like that too. And then Jack comes back with the camera turned on, and like McKinley tells them what's going on, what happened, and he's like, hey, let's continue recording. Guess the edits tomorrow are gonna be fire. Like the clips, we're gonna go viral. And McKinley's like, dude, please stop recording. Like, I'm not comfortable right now. I was just robbed at gunpoint. She's just like, I don't want the cameras to be on. Like I just went through something traumatic. And Jack is like, hey, think about all the cool videos, the clips, you know that, gonna be fire, you know that. And like, he's not taking no for an answer. He's like, we're gonna record this. So he doesn't back down.
Took your purse?
I don't know.
McKinley, where?
Oh my God.
Where's the key? Where's the key?
I can't die.
McKinley. Here's the key. Here's the key. Here's the key. Are you okay? What did he do to you? What did he do to you? What did he do to you?
Nothing, he was just up on me.
Wait, what did they say?
I want to go.
We are. But wait, what did they say?
I went in this dream.
Oh, your purse is right here. Your purse.
Everything that's ever happened in my life.
I'm sorry.
I thought I was gonna die.
McKinley, oh my God. I'm sorry. What did he do?
Nothing. He didn't do anything to me. He was just going like this. He was like, find your fucking purse.
Really?
Yes, he was in here and I was trying to find it. I was like, please help me find it.
Your purse is right here. Look.
I know, but he was in here trying to fucking find
Oh my
it.
God.
I swear to God on my life. He walked in and he said he was on this security
So they didn't take nothing, right?
The cash is in here.
No. The purse was down there. It was buried. Like there was no way he could find. That's insane.
Thank God.
Oh my God, because all of our IDs and everything are in here too.
No.
I'm so sorry, McKinley.
And it's a scary event. I know, brother. This is Compton. Listen.
Did you just get scared or did he physically hurt you?
No, he was like pushing me around.
He was robbing.
I think that I was gonna die.
He was looking for some. Bro, we in Compton. They hungry out here. It's a very poor city.
What's up, the people that did it?
No, we don't know who the did it, but this is a city of Compton. Have you turned on the news in the last 20 years? The you mean, cuz? The worst city in America. In America.
Bro, I knew we should have gone home, bro.
Like, I've never had a situation like that in my life.
I'm sorry.
And that's what I'm so terrified of. That's why I keep doing.
Oh my
Time.
dude.
I really want to end it.
All right.
Please.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end
Let's
it.
call it a night. Let's call it a night. You want to stop somewhere? Get some
No, we'll
water?
probably just go back to the house.
I'm really glad you're okay. At least physically.
I can't believe that. Thank God she's alive, actually. You know.
Yeah. Number
Did he
one.
have a gun?
thank God.
I don't know. He's doing this, and I was like, he's gonna shoot me in the head.
I want to say the guys that tried to rob her, they wanted money when she literally had $1,000 to shoot.
Well, I had a jacket on.
Oh, that's hard.
Bro, the dude came up.
And they end up recording the entire night, which is honestly just like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just toxic, it's disgusting, it is rude, it is disrespectful. Like, this man has been nothing but disrespectful to her. Now, I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm just going to hurry up along on what I'm going to say. Okay, so, so something else that he did that was pretty toxic was one day, like, they were driving, like, in a golf cart or whatever, and he was trying his best to flip over, like, the golf cart. And he manages to flip it over. And, like, it flips to the side. The McKinley was in, okay? And he gets up all right and fine. And the first thing he looks for is the camera. He doesn't check if McKinley's okay. He doesn't make sure his golf cart is okay. He looks for the camera to make sure they captured that in the live stream. And McKinley is injured. She's hurt. And she's like, oh, I don't think that landed good or whatever. And he's just like, you're fine, you're fine. I actually thought you broke your neck. But, like, McKinley's like, my spine, blah, 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 hurts. But he's like, you'll be fine. You can walk it off, like, whatever. And McKinley's like, no, I really think I need to go to an ambulance or whatever. And all of his friends are like, hey, like, we got a yacht to go to. And Jack is just like, hey, I gotta go to a yacht, whatever. And McKinley's just like, fine, I'll just whatever. Like, I guess I won't go. I'll just, like, go somewhere else. So she's waiting for, like, Jack or whatever, his yacht, and she's just like, I'm just gonna go home. Maybe if I Uber and I get home, maybe I'll be fine then. She goes to the Uber, she's like, okay, something actually is wrong. Maybe I should go to a hospital, whatever, but she gets home, and then everybody in the house, they're like, girlie, are you good? Are you okay? Because you don't look all right. you look like something happened, and like she explains what happened, and everybody's mad at Jack because it's like, why didn't you take her to the hospital in the first place? Like, this girl, she literally looks like she's injured. Like, anyone who has eyes can clearly see, like, this girl needs some medical attention. So, which is one of the toxic things that happened. But this guy has such a long list that it makes everything seem so small once you add it all up. Like, I remember this one thing, I remember this one thing specifically. See, I remember what I was about to say. Okay. So basically, it was their wedding. You know, it's like the fake wedding they had, okay? And he had the most degrading vows I have ever heard. Like, the definition of sexist times 100, okay? So he was basically like, we're gonna get married, I'm not giving you nada, you're gonna do everything for me. Also, if we ever were to get divorced, I'm not giving you a cent. Like, girly, bye Felicia, but if we get divorced, you're gonna be paying me like $400 million, whatever, you know? You're gonna have to do my cooking, gotta do my cleaning. You can't talk to your parents because, you know, they might be like, hey, you gotta get back together with your husband. You know that? I'm just not good, you know? Also, you can't be with any other men other than me, you know? You just can't be with another man. Only me. Which is just, I don't know. I've said disgusting so many times that I need a better word. I don't know. Can I call him an animal? Nah, that's too mean. That's too mean. But not an appropriate word. It should be worse, but it's just like, who says that to a person? Who says that to a human being? Who degrades someone that low? Like, and her dad was crying, and her dad is not an emotional man, but he was crying. He was just like what is going on? Like, why would my daughter choose this man? I don't know. I cannot speak on the subject because this guy's just pissing me off. But he just says the most degrading vows ever. They get married, and then later on, so something about this guy is he's on drugs. He takes drugs excessively, and he like taught McKinley like how to roll a blunt. And so they were at the hotel room, and she was just like, hey, I'm hungry, I want to go down. He was like, well, you gotta roll me a blunt first. And keep in mind, this guy knows how to roll a blunt, but he was just like making her do it, whatever. And like, she didn't want to do it, and she was like, hey, I'm really hungry, I want to go eat. So she goes to the elevator with him, and he's like, oh, this is exactly why I would never marry you. And she says the exact same thing. And this guy goes back to his room, and he's pissed off because she said that. Like, dude, didn't the same sentence just come out of your mouth? Like, make this make sense. And she's just like, what the flip is actually wrong with this dude? Which, honestly, now I see why she left him. Because, like, and why she needed to call the cops to leave this man. Because this man is honestly so toxic. Sorry, I would go on the subject more, but I don't want to waste your guys' time. But if you guys want to see me react to this more, I might drop a part 2. But thank you guys so much for watching for now. See you guys next time, and bye.
So lackadaisical podcast. We got the jokes and we got drama, so we got laughs.